Hey guys, Coach Cindy here from All Out Training, and today we are looking at 9 steps to being a goal digger, plus an action plan if you stick with us all the way to the end. Now, it takes patience to stick with the nutrition and weight loss program long enough to see results. People generally trip up when they hit a bit of turbulence. One day of bad eating, one missed workout, stalled weight loss, or a pound or two increase on the scale. This doesn't mean failure. That's a glass half empty kind of perspective. To be a glass half full kind of person, channel your stick-tuit-ivness and perseverance and see it all the way through despite the turbulence. If you take daily action towards your goal, you're on the path to living the life you desire. This is how Prince Pritchett looks at success. Everything looks like a failure in the middle. You can't bake a cake without getting the kitchen messy. Halfway through the surgery, it looks like there's been a murder in the operating room. Here are some tips to turn your goals into successes. There's 9 of them. So number 1 is begin with the end in mind. Your goal is to live a balanced life with less dieting and more living. No one wants to lose weight and then spend the rest of their life losing the same weight repeatedly. Just because you reach your goal doesn't mean that new habits are ingrained. It takes continuous practice and skill building to learn how to maintain your new and amazing body. When times get hard, you'll fall back on old habits. Let's start by building new habits and instilling them within ourselves so we have support to fall back on. You can then resort to healthy choices that help you enjoy exercise, move with purpose, and incorporate all of this into your daily practice. Creating this new normal takes time and conscious effort, but it's all worth it. 2, set the right kind of goal. Know what you want. Wanting weight loss isn't enough. A random number on the scale won't instigate transformative change. There's a science behind setting and achieving goals that involve knowing what you specifically want, when you want to have it, and what it will look and feel like when you succeed. It's about breaking down the skills you need to practice. It's focusing your attention to everyday action rather than an outcome like a number on the scale. 3, establish your starting point. Where are you now? What's your baseline? Like your weight, your inches, your body fat percentage, your muscle percentage. It may mean taking an initial performance assessment, like how fast you can run without getting winded. It might mean taking a body scan to see where you experience pain or discomfort. To get the body and life you want, you need to know what you have, what you're starting with. 4, create the plan. When you begin to put your plan together, like scheduling out your lean and mean workouts, for example, think about who you want to emulate. Who do you know that has already achieved what you want to achieve, their goals? Can you tap into their knowledge and experience? Strategize your calendar. Just like planning a trip, plan your workouts and your meals. Adding them to the calendar makes them a priority. 5, take action. The world's best program and plan won't cause action. You need to figure out consistent and daily tasks that you can do despite the chaos of life. At some point, you need to transition from reading about workouts to doing them, even though you feel intimidated or tired. Looking and experimenting with various diets needs to evolve into implementing the fundamentals that solicit the change sustainably. Break out the elbow grease and experience the difference. 6, take notes. Stop, think, and take notes. Does your effort solicit the positive changes you want to see? This doesn't mean the changes are grandiose. Pay attention. Don't discount the small stuff. Don't get caught up in the mistake. If, for example, the lean and mean training program is not working for you, then assess. Are you taking enough action to get the results you want? Are you getting results but not in the amount you want? How's your nutrition, sleep, and stress level? What's working well? What isn't? Become an expert of your body and take charge. 7, be consistent, not perfect. Adjust as you need to. Frequently, people abort a plan after their first misstep. Then when life settles down, they start all over. Progress can't be made when you're continuously starting over. Isn't it a better approach to dial it up when you can and dial it down when you need to? Don't get me wrong, this isn't an opportunity to use the busy excuse. We're all busy, always. In spite of busyness, create time for yourself, prioritize self-care, and develop new healthy habits. Ask yourself, how persistent have I been lately, or how consistent? 8, connect to the emotional reasons for your goal. What is important? What's so important about you reaching this goal? What does this achievement really mean to you? A strong why makes the how easy. Getting connected with the emotional reasons behind your goal breaks through and connects to your subconscious. Without without this connection, we tend to go through the motions, giving up on the plans when it gets too hard or when the goal is reached. Ultimately, you create a destiny of lackluster results without your subconscious being aboard. And number 9, celebrate. Your goal is reached. Celebrate. Reward yourself with nourishment for the body and soul. But it doesn't stop there. Keep a list of goals you've achieved to reinforce that achievements are possible. Be a goal digger. Continuously evolve and improve. To know where you're going, you need to get specific with your goals. Narrow it down to the pound, the body percentage, the clothing size, the number of push-ups. The more specific, the better. When it comes to measuring success, we don't measure the above. We measure the action we take. What daily action do you need to take to accomplish your specific goals? Next, what's your goal timeline? This gives you a specific day to work towards instead of vaguely saying by this time next year or at some point. Don't delay your start because you think you have lots of time. Invest upfront energy in getting started to ensure you get it done. Break down long-term and short-term goals. What does your ideal body look like? What does a balanced life look like? What does your exercise philosophy look like? The experts here at Allo Training suggest a 30-day, 90-day, 60, 6-month, and a 1-year goal. When it comes to short-term goals, break them down into daily and weekly goals. When it comes to short-term goals, again, break them down into daily and weekly targets. Lastly, read them over and over. Make this part of your daily habits. Visualize the desired outcome. Your subconscious is responsible for the automatic behavior. Fuel it with yes for those habits you are building. So with all that said, take the time to lay out your top 3 goals. Your highest priority goal, be specific. What action do you need to take to achieve this goal? What's your timeline? What does living this goal look like on a daily or weekly basis? And what are your goals at the 30-day, the 90-day, the 6-month, and the 1-year mark? Then do that, repeat that for your second priority goal, your third priority goal, and so on. If you want this all kind of written out, because that was a lot in a video, then you need to follow my blog at allotraining.ca because I'll have it all written out for you. And if you're ready to take the leap, then we ask you to jump onto allotraining.ca and jump onto one of our online coaching programs. This is Coach Cindy with 9 steps to being a goal digger this year and the action plan to get there.